Good afternoon. Thank you all for joining this webinar in which I will explain what the MOBINNO course is all about, why will it be useful for you, and answer any questions you may have. So first of all, I will introduce myself. My name is Claudia and I work as a project manager at Garnet, that is a future mobility research hub. In this slide, you have my email address, so you can contact me for further information. Okay, so let's talk about this course. MOBINNO Experiences course started in 2021 and has continued during this year, with the main objective of closing the knowledge gap between education and business creation in relation to the urban mobility sector. So this second edition is primarily designed to help rich countries to advance in their innovation performance. This project has involved 4 different entities: MOBIN from Spain, Cluster from Hungary, MCAS, that is the Malta College of Arts, Science and Technology from Malta, and the project has been led by Garnet. So, why should you take this course? What is the added value of this course? The added value of this course is to learn through 15 minutes interviews with experts in urban mobility and innovation. These 15 minutes interviews can be seen whenever and wherever you want or can. So it's really flexible. To give you a better idea of the structure of the course, I will show you the promotional video. So, as you have seen in the video, the course is divided in 5 thematic areas. The first one is active mobility. The second one is future mobility, mobility and energy, sustainable logistics, and accelerate and invest. All these 5 areas have their own theoretical content, their interviews, and a final test to see if you have understand all the content that the interviewees have explained. So these 31 interviews have been carefully recorded for this course. And now we're going to take a look at the website to also understand better what would you find if you take this course. So let me share it. Okay, now you are able to see my screen, and you can see that first of all, it's a Moodle platform, and we are seeing the student's view, like to see what you would see if you take this course. So first of all, you can find the MOBINNO Experiences certificate that would only be available if you complete and pass all the quizzes, and also if you answer the course feedback survey. So then there's the module 1 introduction. That's the introduction to the course. And then we can find the 5 modules that have all the content regarding this course. As you can see, first you find a PDF with all the information. For example, in this case, it is described what is active mobility, which types of active mobility there are, and also some descriptions of the interviews that we have recorded regarding this topic. Then you can also see all the interviews that we have recorded with our experts. And finally, you can find the quiz. We're going to take a look at this quiz. It has 14 questions. Every question has 3 possible options. and all the questions are related to some of the interviews you have seen. So we're going to take a look to one of the interviews. I have chosen the interview we recorded with Eric Gouard, that is the Deputy Director for Innovation at Aerospace Valley, because I think that urban air mobility is a very disrupting topic and is really interesting. So let's take a look at the first 6 minutes of this interview.
Everybody, my name is Eric Gouard. I am the Deputy Director for Innovation of the Aerospace Valley Cluster. And to describe myself, I started my career as a research engineer in the industry. I was working in the field of optical telecommunication and material. Then I shifted to the public funding topics when I was working at the French Agency for Environment, and I was dealing with public support to environmental programs. And now, for the last 2 years, I've been working at the Aerospace Valley, as I said, as an innovation director. So Aerospace Valley is a cluster which is dedicated to the aeronautic and space industry in the southwest of France. And we are a community of 800 partners, which is very representative to the whole supply chain of aeronautic and space, since we have within our partners about 20 large corporations, almost 600 SMEs, small enterprise, and we have also most of the local academics in this region, which is dealing with aeronautic and space. Our job in Aerospace Valley is to foster innovation within our community. And so we help our partners on the whole process of innovation, and starting, for example, with emergence of projects. So we help them to find some good ideas and also to share them to build some consortia, for example. And we help them also to search some fundings to help the setup of the project itself. So it can be the search for public fundings at the regional, national, or European levels, also the search for the private fundings as well. So in terms of topics, we are dealing with the whole, topics of aeronautic and space and the whole field. But for the conversation of today, we are talking more about mobility. So we can say that we are working on urban air mobility, which is mobility in the air within a city. But we can also, to some extent, think it a little bit larger and think of regional air mobility, which is an extension of urban air mobility, and which is mobility between cities which are close one to the other and with a range of about few hundreds of kilometers. And so both urban air mobility and regional air mobility share the same technological issues or implementation issues. And so usually we speak of advanced air mobility, which is a common definition for urban and regional air mobility. And I've got to mention also that when I speak of air mobility, I speak globally not only on people transportation, passenger transportation, but I speak also on freight transportation. So both the urban air mobility and the regional air mobility will use some very disruptive technologies, and also they will target some very new markets that are still not really created at the moment. And so the idea is not that advanced air mobility will replace any of the existing ways of transportation within the cities. The idea is rather to find some very specific service that can be really valuable as compared to what is already existing. And concerning the important challenges, we have to think that if you want to get a chance of success in this field, you need really to fulfill two main requirements. The first one is, of course, a requirement of safety, because this is the first thing which is very important for the future user of your service. So safety means the safety of the aircraft themselves. So with all these new technologies, so it's really a challenge to make things really safe for the long term. And it also means safety in terms of air traffic management. And we can say that within the city, it's a really difficult challenge to organize the air traffic and to be sure that you don't have any conflict within the air, and that all this routing can be done safely. So after the first requirement, which is safety, the second one, which is also very important, is sustainability, because of course all these new services will have to be decarbonized. We cannot afford to make a new service which is carbonized within the city. And so it means that the aircraft will have to use either electricity or new energy like hydrogen. And also they will have to be designed to reduce the noise level, which is very important also in this field, and it has to be acceptable by the population within the city. And both decarbonation and noise level will have to be managed.
So, as you have seen, the interviewers first describing themselves and their background, then their company, and then they answer some questions related to the topic they have been working on, and it's related to the topic of our sections. So now we're going to go back to the first presentation. As you can see now, it's the questions and answers turn. I told you again that I've told you that here is my address in case you need to contact me. So I give the turn to possible questions. If there are any, we can end the webinar now. So let's see if some of our participants have questions. Okay, I think that everything's clear. So we're going to end our webinar here. Thank you very much for your interest and for attending this webinar. And I hope that it has been useful for you. So thank you very much. And don't hesitate to contact me if you have any doubts.